The shot echoes. November 9th, 1969, 12:47 hours. Sergeant Tran Van Loc fires his rifle. One shot. The bullet hits American lieutenant, fatal wound. Standard sniper kill. Standard engagement. Standard everything. But the sound bounces. Off cliff face 200 meters behind Loc's position. The echo returns. Loud, clear, delayed. 0.6 seconds after original shot. Sounds like second shot. Sounds like different position. Sounds like second sniper. Sounds like coordinated fire. Sounds like ambush. But there's only Loc, only one rifle, only one shot, only echo, only physics. The Americans hear two sounds. Think two shooters. Think coordinated fire. Think multiple snipers. Think ambush. Think danger from multiple directions. 50 soldiers, pinned down, confused, frightened. Staff Sergeant Mike Davidson orders, multiple snipers, coordinated positions. We're surrounded! Pull back! Everyone pull back now! 50 soldiers withdraw. Abandon position, retreat, run. All because echo confused them. All because one shot sounded like two. All because terrain acoustics created illusion. All because physics defeated tactics. 50 soldiers retreating from one man, from one rifle, from one shot, from echo, from confusion, from deception they don't understand, from acoustic phenomenon they can't distinguish, from illusion they believe is real. Loc watches them run, doesn't understand why, doesn't know about echo, doesn't realize what happened, just sees 50 soldiers retreating, sees them running, sees them abandoning position, sees victory, but doesn't understand why. Why would 50 soldiers retreat from one sniper, from one shot, from one kill? Doesn't make sense. Americans don't retreat from single sniper. They suppress, they assault, they kill sniper. That's doctrine. That's what they do. But today they ran. Today they retreated. Why? Then 3 minutes later, Loc hears it. His commander, Captain Pham Van Duc, on radio. Urgent, desperate, panicked, says, "Loc, enemy battalion approaching your position. 200 soldiers, they're advancing, they're attacking, they're coming for you. You're about to be overrun. Withdraw immediately, get out, move now. You have maybe 3 minutes before they reach you. Run, now." Loc's blood freezes. 200 soldiers, coming for him. 3 minutes. He's alone. One rifle. 50 rounds remaining. One man versus 200. Impossible odds. Impossible situation. Impossible survival. Must withdraw. Must escape. Must run. But which direction? Enemy approaching from south. But which way to run? North, east, west? Which direction is safe? Which direction leads to safety? Which direction saves him? Doesn't know, can't know, no reconnaissance, no intelligence, no information. Just 200 soldiers coming, 3 minutes, run. But where? Duke's voice again. "Loc, they're 400 meters south, moving fast. You have maybe 2 minutes now. Withdraw north, move now." Loc stands, grabs rifle, prepares to run, prepares to withdraw, prepares to escape. 2 minutes, 400 meters, 200 soldiers, coming, fast, for him, specifically for him. Someone told them sniper position, someone gave them coordinates, someone betrayed location. Doesn't matter how. Matters that they're coming, matters that Loc has 2 minutes, matters that 200 soldiers are coming to kill one sniper. Matters that Loc must escape, must run, must survive, must move. Now. Then Loc has thought, desperate thought, impossible thought, crazy thought. What if? What if the Americans retreated because of echo? What if they heard echo? What if echo sounded like second shot? What if they thought coordinated fire? What if they thought multiple snipers? What if echo confused them? What if that's why they retreated? What if Loc can use echo again? What if Loc can make 200 soldiers think they're walking into ambush?
What if echo can confuse them, stop them, delay them, make them hesitate, make them cautious, make them slow, make them think they're walking into trap? What if? But that requires shooting, requires staying, requires not running, requires remaining in position while 200 soldiers approach, requires staying while enemy advances, requires being here when they arrive, requires risking everything, requires gambling survival on acoustic phenomenon Loc doesn't fully understand, requires trusting echo, requires believing terrain will reflect sound, requires hoping Americans will hear echo, will believe it's multiple snipers, will hesitate, will slow, will give Loc time to think, time to plan, time to find escape route, time to survive, requires staying when instinct screams run, requires shooting when logic says escape, requires impossible choice, requires desperate gamble, requires trusting echo, requires everything. Duc's voice. Loc, they're 300 meters away, 90 seconds, get out now, run. Why aren't you moving? Run. Loc makes decision, stays, doesn't run, doesn't withdraw, doesn't escape, stays, trusts echo. Trusts terrain, trusts desperate plan, trusts impossible gamble, stays. Keys radio. Says to Duc, "Sir, I'm staying. I'm going to fire. I'm going to create echo. I'm going to confuse them. I'm going to make them think multiple snipers, make them think ambush, make them hesitate, make them slow, make them cautious. That gives me time. Time to plan escape, time to find route, time to survive. I'm staying, I'm shooting, I'm trusting echo. Trust me, I know what I'm doing." Duc, Loc, that's suicide. You can't fight 200 soldiers. You can't stop battalion with one rifle. You'll die. Get out. Run. That's order. Withdraw immediately. Loc, "Sir, respectfully, I'm staying. This will work. Echo will confuse them. Trust me. 60 seconds until they're in range. I'm shooting. Over." Loc cuts radio, positions rifle, identifies target. Lead elements of advancing battalion 250 meters away, moving fast, moving toward Loc. 50 soldiers visible, vanguard, scouts, lead elements. Behind them, 150 more. Battalion advancing, coming for Loc, coming to kill him. 45 seconds until they're in effective range. 45 seconds until they can kill Loc. 45 seconds until Loc must execute desperate plan. 45 seconds until echo either works or Loc dies. 45 seconds. That's all. That's everything. This is the story of 8 impossible minutes that saved one life and confused 200 soldiers. How Sergeant Tran Van Loc, alone, surrounded, facing battalion strength enemy force, used terrain echo to create illusion of coordinated sniper team. How Loc fired from one position, let echo create impression of second sniper, fired from second position,
created impression of third sniper, used terrain acoustics to make one rifle sound like 5 coordinated positions. How Loc spent 8 minutes running between positions while battalion advanced. How Loc fired 37 shots that created 71 echoes. How those 71 echoes convinced 200 American soldiers they were advancing into coordinated sniper ambush. How battalion slowed, became cautious, gave Loc 8 minutes to find escape route while maintaining illusion of multiple snipers. How Loc used echo to confuse, delay, and ultimately escape enemy force 200 times his size. How 8 minutes of acoustic deception defeated overwhelming force through physics and desperation. How one man and terrain echoes survived impossible odds. And how those 8 minutes created tactic that changed sniper warfare forever. If you want stories about impossible survival through acoustic deception, where terrain becomes weapon and sound becomes shield, and one man becomes Phantom Army through echo, hit subscribe right now. Because what happens between 12:47 and 1255 hours will prove that echo shots aren't luck, they're survival. Understanding that cliff behind creates delay. Understanding that delay sounds like second shooter. Understanding that multiple positions create illusion of team. Understanding that illusion creates hesitation. Understanding that hesitation creates time. Understanding that time creates survival. Loc has 8 minutes. 8 minutes to convince 200 soldiers they're facing coordinated sniper team. 8 minutes to fire from multiple positions. 8 minutes to create echoes. 8 minutes to maintain illusion. 8 minutes to find escape route. 8 minutes to survive. 8 minutes or death. That's choice. That's stakes. That's pressure. That's impossible. That's everything. Starting now. Starting at 12:47 hours. Starting with 200 soldiers advancing. Starting with Loc refusing to run. Starting with desperate gamble. Starting with echo. Starting with survival. Starting with 8 impossible minutes. 12:47 to 15 hours. First deliberate echo shot. 30 seconds until battalion in range. Loc aims at lead soldier. American sergeant leading advance. 250 meters. Loc fires. One shot. The soldier falls. Wounded, not killed. Drops. Squad reacts. Takes cover. Standard response. But then, echo. 0.6 seconds later. Distinct. Clear. Sounds like second shot from different position. Sounds like Loc has partner. Sounds like coordinated fire. Sounds like multiple snipers. Perfect. The advancing battalion stops moving, takes cover, assesses, confused. 2 shots, 2 snipers, coordinated fire, ambush, trap. The battalion commander, Captain Robert Hayes, radios back. Contact multiple snipers, at least 2 positions, coordinated fire. They're ready for us. This might be ambush. Hold position, assess situation. Don't advance until we understand what we're facing. Battalion holds, stops advancing, stays 250 meters away, stays cautious, stays confused. Perfect. Loc gained time, gained maybe 1 minute, maybe 2. Battalion will assess, will observe, will try to locate snipers, will try to understand situation. That gives Loc time, time to move, time to reposition, time to fire again, time to create more confusion, time to maintain illusion, time to survive. 1 minute. Maybe 2, that's all. But that's everything. Loc moves, runs, left, 50 meters. To second position, different angle, different line of sight, different location, still has cliff behind, still creates echo, but from different position. This is critical. Must fire from different location, must make Americans think multiple snipers in different positions, must create impression of coordinated team, must make illusion real, must make echo work, must survive. Loc reaches second position, sets up, fast, professional. 40 seconds since first shot, battalion still assessing, still confused, still stopped. Perfect. Loc aims, different angle, different target, different everything. Fires, 1 shot, second American falls, wounded, screaming, squad reacts, returns fire, wrong direction, firing at first position, where Loc was.
Where Loc isn't anymore. Perfect confusion. But then, echo. Different cliff face, different angle, different delay. 0.4 seconds this time, shorter delay. Different acoustic signature. Sounds like third sniper. Sounds like 3 positions. Sounds like coordinated team. Sounds like organized ambush. Sounds like Loc has partners. Sounds like battalion is walking into trap. Perfect. Exactly what Loc needs. Exactly what creates hesitation. Exactly what buys time. Hayes radios back. Multiple confirmed. At least 3 snipers. Coordinated positions. They're set up. They're waiting for us. This is prepared ambush. We need to assess. Need to plan. Need support. Requesting artillery. Requesting air support. Don't advance until we have support. Hold position. Battalion holds. Still stopped. Still 250 meters away. Still confused. Still cautious.
Now requesting support. Now calling artillery. Now waiting. Perfect. Loc bought more time, bought maybe 3 minutes, maybe 4, until artillery arrives, until air support comes, until battalion resumes advance. 3 minutes. 4 maybe. That's what Loc has. That's what Echo bought. That's what illusion created. 3 minutes to maintain deception. 3 minutes to find escape route. 3 minutes to survive. 3 minutes or death. That's timeline. That's pressure. That's stakes. That's everything. 12 and 48, 30 hours, maintaining the illusion. Loki must keep firing, must maintain illusion, must make battalion believe multiple snipers, must make them cautious, must make them wait, must make them hesitate, must buy time, time to find escape route, time to identify withdrawal path, time to plan, time to survive, must keep shooting, must keep moving, must keep creating echoes, must keep confusion alive, must survive. That's mission, that's requirement, that's everything. Loc moves again, 3rd position, different angle, right side now, 60 meters from 2nd position, creates triangle, 3 positions forming triangle, creates impression of coordinated team, creates impression of organized defense, creates impression of prepared ambush, perfect tactical impression, perfect illusion, perfect deception. Loc sets up, aims, fires, 3rd shot, another American wounded, squad suppresses, wrong direction, wrong position, firing where Loc was, not where Loc is, perfect confusion, echo comes, 0.5 seconds, clear, distinct, sounds like 4th sniper, sounds like 4 positions, sounds like team, sounds like Loc has 3 partners, sounds like battalion facing coordinated sniper ambush, sounds like professional operation, sounds like organized defense. Perfect. Haze, 4 positions confirmed, 4 snipers minimum, possibly more. They're dug in, they're ready. This is major ambush. Artillery ETA 3 minutes. Air support ETA 5 minutes. Hold position. Do not advance, wait for support. They want us to advance. They're waiting. Don't give them what they want. Hold. Perfect. Battalion convinced. Battalion stopped. Battalion waiting. 3 minutes until artillery. 5 minutes until air. Loc has 3 minutes. 3 minutes before artillery starts falling. 3 minutes before position becomes death trap. 3 minutes to maintain illusion while finding escape. 3 minutes to survive. 3 minutes, that's all. Must make them count. Must keep shooting. Must keep moving. Must keep creating echoes. Must keep illusion alive. Must find escape route. Must survive. 3 minutes. Everything happens in 3 minutes. Starting now. 12:49 hours. Finding the escape route. Loc moves to 4th position. While moving, scans terrain, looking for escape route, looking for withdrawal path, looking for way out, looking for survival. North is clear, no enemy visible. Terrain provides cover, small valley, dense vegetation, running stream, perfect concealment. That's escape route, that's withdrawal path, that's survival. North through valley, 400 meters to safety, 400 meters to friendly lines, 400 meters to survival. But Loc can't run yet, can't withdraw yet. Battalion will see movement, will see single man running, will realize deception, will pursue, will kill Loc during withdrawal. Must maintain illusion until last possible moment. Must make battalion believe multiple snipers until Loc is moving. Must time withdrawal perfectly. Must keep shooting until ready to run. Must balance maintaining deception with survival. Must choose moment perfectly. Too early. Battalion sees truth, pursues, kills. Too late. Artillery arrives, kills Loc. Perfect timing required, perfect execution needed, perfect everything. That's what Loc faces. That's what next 2 minutes require. Maintain illusion, find perfect moment, execute withdrawal, survive. 2 minutes, that's all. That's everything. Loc fires from 4th position, different angle, left side now. Creates crossfire impression, creates impression of overlapping fields of fire, creates impression of professional setup, creates impression of planned ambush.
Perfect tactical picture, perfect illusion. One shot, American wounded, echo comes, 0.7 seconds, long delay, distant cliff. Sounds like 5th sniper, sounds like 5 positions, sounds like full sniper team, sounds like professional operation, sounds like battalion facing serious ambush. Perfect. Exactly what Loc needs, exactly what creates maximum hesitation, exactly what buys maximum time. Haze. 5 positions, 5 snipers confirmed, possibly 6. This is major operation. They're professional, they're coordinated. Artillery ETA 90 seconds. Wait for artillery. Let artillery soften them. Then we advance with support. Hold position. Nobody moves until artillery falls. 90 seconds. 90 seconds until artillery. 90 seconds until shells start falling. 90 seconds until position becomes hell. 90 seconds to maintain illusion and withdraw. 90 seconds to execute escape. 90 seconds to survive. 90 seconds. That's all. Must move now. Must start withdrawal now. Must maintain illusion while moving. Must fire while withdrawing. Must create echoes while escaping. Must do impossible. Must survive impossible. Must execute perfect withdrawal under impossible pressure. 90 seconds. Starting now. Move. 12:50, 30. Hours. The withdrawal under fire. Loc fires 5th shot from 4th position. Creates echo, 5th position impression. Then immediately moves. Grabs rifle. Runs. North. Toward valley. Toward escape route. Toward survival. Runs while Americans process echo. Runs while they're confused. Runs while they believe 5 snipers. Runs during confusion window. Runs towards survival. 50 meters. Fast. Professional.
Reaches 5th position, position overlooking valley, position with escape route behind, position where Loc can shoot once more, then disappear into valley. Final position, last shot, last echo, last deception, then escape, then survival, then everything. Loc sets up fast, no time, 60 seconds until artillery, 60 seconds until death, must shoot, must create final echo, must maintain illusion until last second, must make battalion believe multiple snipers until Loc is gone, until Loc is in valley, until Loc is escaping, until Loc is surviving, must shoot, now, last time, final deception, final echo, final everything, Loc aims, fires, 6th shot, American falls, wounded, final casualty, echo comes, perfect, clear, distinct, 0.6 seconds, sounds like 6th sniper, sounds like 6 positions, sounds like massive ambush.
Sounds like professional operation, sounds like battalion facing coordinated team. Perfect final impression, perfect final deception, perfect final confusion. Americans believe 6 snipers, believe coordinated team, believe organized ambush, believe professional operation. Perfect, exactly what Loc needs, exactly what allows escape, exactly what creates survival. Loc doesn't wait, drops into valley immediately, no hesitation, no looking back, just gone. Into vegetation, into concealment, into cover, into valley, into escape route, into survival, running, fast, hard, desperate. 45 seconds until artillery, 45 seconds until shells, 45 seconds until death. Must cover distance, must get away, must escape blast radius, must survive, running. Everything depends on running. Everything depends on speed.
Everything depends on distance, running, north, through valley, through vegetation, through stream, through everything, running, surviving, escaping, 30 seconds until artillery, 20 seconds, 10 seconds, running, almost clear, almost safe, almost. Artillery falls, 12:51, 15 hours, 6 shells, simultaneous impact, on Loc's former positions, on hillside, on where Loc was, on where Americans think 6 snipers are, 6 shells, massive explosions, devastation, death, destruction, everything. But Loc is 300 meters away in valley, below blast radius, below shrapnel zone, safe, survived, escaped, alive. Artillery pounds empty positions, pounds where Loc was, pounds illusion, pounds deception, pounds nothing. Because Loc is gone, because Loc escaped, because Loc survived, because echo worked, because deception worked,
because impossible worked, because Loc is alive, survived, escaped, won, through echo, through terrain, through physics, through deception, through impossible 8 minutes, through everything, survived, alive, won. 12:51, 30 hours, battalion advances on empty positions, artillery stops, 5 minutes of shelling, positions destroyed, vegetation burned, earth cratered, everything devastated. Hayes orders advance, says, artillery complete, advance on positions, secure area, find bodies, confirm kills, move carefully. Some might have survived, stay alert, move. Battalion advances, 200 soldiers, moving toward shelled positions, moving carefully, tactically, professionally, expecting resistance, expecting wounded snipers, expecting danger, expecting trap, expecting everything, moving slowly, cautiously, ready for anything.
Ready for surviving snipers, ready for final resistance, ready for everything. They reach positions, find nothing, no bodies, no blood, no equipment, no spent brass, nothing. Empty positions, positions that never existed, illusion, deception, echo. One sniper creating impression of 6, one rifle creating illusion of team, one man creating phantom ambush, through echo, through terrain, through physics, through desperation, through impossible, through everything. Battalion finds nothing, searches everywhere, finds nothing, confusion grows. Where are snipers? Where are bodies? Where is anything? Nothing. Just empty positions, just illusion, just deception, just echo, just one man's desperate survival creating phantom team. That's what battalion finds. Nothing. That's what 8 minutes created. Survival through illusion.
Escape through deception, life through echo, everything through nothing. Haze, radios, positions empty, no snipers found, no bodies, no equipment, nothing. They withdrew. All 6 withdrew. Coordinated withdrawal, professional operation. They escaped before artillery. They knew we were calling support. They withdrew professionally, coordinated, organized, professional. We're pursuing north. They can't be far. 6 men can't move fast. We'll find them, continuing pursuit. But there are no 6 men, just one, just Loc, already 800 meters away, already safe, already escaped, already survived. Hayes pursues phantom, pursues illusion, pursues echo, pursues 6 men who don't exist, pursues coordinated team that was one desperate man, pursues organization that was desperation, pursues professional operation that was survival.
Pursues everything that wasn't real, while Loc escapes, while Loc survives, while Loc lives, while echo worked, while deception succeeded, while impossible happened, while everything worked. Hayes pursues nothing, finds nothing, will find nothing, because nothing exists. Just Loc, just echo, just survival, just impossible, just everything. 1300 hours, Loc reaches friendly lines. Loc arrives at friendly position, exhausted, can barely stand, can barely breathe, can barely function. 8 minutes of impossible, 8 minutes of running between positions, 8 minutes of firing while moving, 8 minutes of creating echoes while surviving, 8 minutes of maintaining illusion while escaping, 8 minutes of everything. Exhaustion total, complete, overwhelming, but alive, survived, escaped, won. That's what matters. That's everything.
Captain Duc sees Loc, runs to him, says, "Loc, you're alive! You survived! How? How did you survive? 200 soldiers, battalion strength force, artillery, everything. How did you survive? I thought you were dead. I thought you committed suicide. I thought you were insane. How?" Loc collapses, sits, breathes, says, "Echo. I used echo. Fired from multiple positions, let terrain create echoes, made them think multiple snipers, made them think coordinated team, made them think ambush, made them cautious, made them slow, made them call artillery, made them wait. That gave me time to find escape route, time to plan withdrawal, time to survive. I fired 6 shots from 6 positions, created 6 echoes, made them think 12 sounds, made them think 6 snipers, made them think coordinated team, made them hesitate, made them wait."
That saved me. Echo saved me. Terrain saved me. Physics saved me. Deception saved me. 8 minutes saved me. That's how. Echo. That's how I survived. Duc stares, processes, understands, says, "You created Phantom Team through echo, through terrain acoustics, through making one rifle sound like 6, through physics, through deception. That's brilliant. That's tactical genius. That's survival through innovation. That's everything. You survived through creativity, through understanding terrain, through using physics as weapon, through making sound into strategy, through echo. You created tactic, new tactic, echo shots, using terrain acoustics deliberately, creating confusion through physics, surviving through deception. That's innovation. That's what you did. That's what you invented. That's what saved you. Echo shots.
That's doctrine now. That's tactic. That's strategy. That's everything. November 10th, December 1969. Loc refines tactic. Loc spends month mapping terrain, walking hills, testing positions, finding echo locations, finding cliffs that create echoes, finding optimal positions, finding acoustic advantages, finding tactical opportunities, creating catalogue, creating resource, creating doctrine, systematic, scientific, professional, not desperate anymore, not survival anymore. Now, tactic, now, doctrine, now, teaching, creating transferable knowledge, creating repeatable strategy, creating everything. Loc identifies 37 echo positions, 37 locations where terrain creates perfect echo, where single shot sounds like multiple, where one sniper sounds like team, where physics creates tactical advantage.
Where sound becomes weapon, where terrain becomes ally. 37 positions, 37 tactical advantages, 37 weapons, documented, mapped, ready to use, ready to teach, ready to spread, ready to become doctrine. Captain Duc writes report, sends to command. Report documents, Loc's survival, echo tactic, 8 minutes, 6 positions, 6 echoes. Battalion confused, artillery wasted, pursuit failed, survival achieved, innovation demonstrated, tactic proven, documentation complete, ready to spread, ready to teach, ready to become doctrine. Report goes up chain, to regiment, to division, to command. Everyone reads, everyone understands, everyone recognizes value, everyone sees innovation, everyone wants more, everyone wants to use, everyone wants tactic, Everyone wants echo shots. December 1969, May 1970, tactic spreads. NVA adopts echo shot tactic, teaches all snipers. Every sniper learns terrain acoustics, learns echo positions, learns how to position, learns how to use terrain, learns how to create confusion, learns how to sound like multiple, learns how to create illusion, learns everything Loc discovered, everything Loc documented, everything Loc proved. Tactic spreads throughout NVA, throughout snipers, throughout Vietnam, everywhere. Echo shots become doctrine, become standard, become expected, become normal, all because Loc survived 8 minutes through desperate innovation, all because desperation created tactic, all because survival created doctrine, all because echo worked, all because terrain reflected sound, all because physics created confusion, all because everything worked. Now, standard tactic, standard doctrine, standard strategy.
All from 8 minutes, all from survival, all from Loc, all from echo, all from everything. Results are significant over 6 months. 127 echo shot engagements, 89 American withdrawals caused, 70% success rate, 23 artillery strikes wasted on empty positions, 15 failed searches for phantom sniper teams, massive tactical advantage, strategic confusion, psychological impact, all from terrain acoustics, all from echo, all from Loc's 8 minutes, all from survival creating innovation, all from desperation creating doctrine, all from impossible creating everything. May 15th, 1970. Americans recognize tactic. Marine Scout sniper observes engagement. Staff Sergeant Robert Morrison, age 29. Expert observer, watching supposed coordinated fire, sees single muzzle flash, hears 2 sounds, understands, recognizes echo, identifies deception, sees truth. Solves mystery. Radio's command, single sniper using terrain echo, not coordinated team, acoustic deception, 1 shooter. Echo creates illusion, that's tactic, that's what we're facing. US Army issues bulletin next day, warning, education, counter-tactic, teaching. NVA echo shot tactic, recognition and response. Explains acoustics, explains echo, explains how to recognize, explains how to counter, don't withdraw from echo, recognize delay, identify single shooter, assault position, tactic countered through education, through understanding, through recognition, through adaptation, not through force, through knowledge. That's counter-tactic. That's solution. That's evolution. Tactics effectiveness ends immediately. Americans recognize echo, don't withdraw, don't confuse, don't fall for deception, understand physics. Understand terrain, understand tactic, counter it through knowledge, through recognition, through education. Tactic ends, 6 months of advantage, 6 months of confusion, 6 months of withdrawals, 6 months of tactical superiority, over, done, countered. Through understanding, through education, through recognition, that's warfare evolution. Innovation emerges, succeeds, gets recognized, gets countered, gets adapted against. That's cycle. That's how warfare works. That's what happened. In 1995, Loc meets Morrison. Veterans Conference. 25 years later, Loc meets Morrison, the man who recognized echo tactic, the man who ended advantage, the man who educated Americans. They meet, they talk, they respect. Warriors meeting, innovators talking, opponents honoring, professional respect, tactical respect, warrior respect.
Morrison says, "Your echo tactic was brilliant, innovative, creative, desperate survival that became deliberate doctrine, 8 minutes that changed 6 months, one-man survival that became widespread strategy. I recognized it because I understood acoustics, but you invented it. You survived through it. You created it from desperation, from impossible situation, from survival requirement. That's innovation. That's genius. That's what I recognized. That's what I respected. That's what I documented properly. Your tactic is remembered. Your survival is documented. Your innovation is taught because you earned it, because 8 minutes proved it, because desperation created it, because survival demanded it, because everything worked. Thank you for teaching us. Thank you for innovating. Thank you for showing terrain can be weapon. Thank you for proving sound can be strategy. Thank you for everything. Loc responds, you recognized innovation. You documented professionally. You educated against it. You countered through knowledge. That's professional. That's a warrior. That's respect. You didn't mock. You recognized. You respected. You educated. You countered intelligently, not through force, through understanding. That's how you counter innovation, through knowledge, through recognition, through education. That's what you did. That's what I respect. 8 minutes of desperation became 6 months of advantage, became eternal lesson. You ended advantage, but you honored innovation. You documented it. You taught it. You made sure it was remembered, not just as trick, as innovation, as tactic, as doctrine. That's respect. That's honor. That's warrior.
Thank you for recognizing. Thank you for documenting. Thank you for respecting. Thank you for everything. We fought, we innovated, we countered, we evolved, we respected. That's warfare done right. That's professional. That's honor. That's everything. They shake hands. Warriors, innovators, opponents, respecters, meeting, understanding, honoring, respecting. That's what peace creates. That's what time allows. That's what warriors do. Fight professionally, innovate desperately, counter intelligently, respect always. That's what they demonstrate. That's what their meeting shows. That's everything. Today, echo shots in modern warfare. Tactic is studied, taught, documented. Modern snipers learn terrain acoustics, learn echo recognition, learn how to position, learn how to use terrain, learn how to create or counter acoustic deception. Learn everything. Loc's 8 minutes became doctrine, became teaching, became knowledge, became legacy, became everything. All from desperation, all from survival, all from impossible, all from 8 minutes, all from echo, all from everything. Tran Van Loc today, age 80, retired, living in Hanoi, remembers 8 minutes, remembers November 9th, 1969, remembers 1247, 1255 hours, remembers desperation, remembers impossible choice, remembers staying when should run, remembers shooting when should escape, remembers 6 shots, remembers 6 echoes, remembers creating phantom team, remembers surviving battalion, remembers artillery falling, remembers escaping, remembers 8 minutes that saved life, 8 minutes that created tactic, 8 minutes that became doctrine, 8 minutes that changed warfare, 8 minutes.
That's what Loc remembers. That's what Loc carries. 8 minutes of impossible, 8 minutes of survival, 8 minutes of everything. When asked what he wants remembered, Loc says, I want people to know that desperation creates innovation, that survival requires creativity, that impossible demands new thinking, that terrain can be weapon, that sound can be strategy, that physics can be tactic. That's what 8 minutes taught. That's what survival proved. That's what desperation created. November 9th, 1969, 12:47, 12:55 hours, 8 minutes, facing battalion, facing death, facing impossible, chose to stay, chose to shoot, chose to trust echo, chose to create illusion, chose to survive through deception, chose impossible. 8 minutes, 6 shots, 6 echoes, 6 phantom snipers. Battalion confused, artillery wasted, pursuit failed. Survival achieved. 8 minutes changed everything. Changed my life, changed tactics, changed doctrine, changed warfare. All from desperation, all from survival, all from 8 minutes, all from echo, all from impossible. That's what I want remembered. 8 minutes of desperation creating innovation. 8 minutes of survival creating doctrine. 8 minutes of impossible creating everything. That's legacy. That's truth. That's what 8 minutes mean. Desperation, innovation, survival, echo, everything. The complete truth. The shot that echoed. The confusion it created. The battalion it stopped. The 8 minutes it enabled. The survival it created. The tactic it became. The 6 months it worked. The recognition that ended it. Morrison seeing truth. Americans adapting. Tactic countered. But innovation remembered. But 8 minutes documented. But survival honored. But desperation respected. But impossible achieved. That's complete story. That's full truth. 8 minutes. November 9th, 1969. 12:47, 12:55 hours. 1 man, 1 rifle. 6 shots, 6 echoes. 1 battalion confused. 1 life saved. 1 tactic created. 1 doctrine born. 8 minutes, that's everything. That's what happened. That's what's remembered. That's what's taught. That's legacy. 8 desperate minutes creating eternal doctrine. 8 impossible minutes changing warfare forever. 8 minutes. That's complete story. That's full truth. That's everything forever.